Well, thanks, Elwood. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our next band. I think we're all sound checked here. And he's getting his mule ready. We got another mule for you up here on stage. Hey, just to kind of let you know how hard it is to, to be an announcer, a radio person, I want you to just turn to your neighbor and say Blue Mule 10 times real fast. Can you do that? Just say it real fast. Yeah. You kind of get the idea. We were trying it backstage. It's not easy to do. But folks, we're going to do it. I'm going to say it here for you real fast. And I'll tell you, I got their one of their recordings recently in San Diego. We've been playing it on KSON's Bluegrass Special. It sounds great on the radio. I've been looking forward to hearing this group. They are one of Canada's top bluegrass bands, and I know that they've won many awards, and they're going to win over your affections tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, from Toronto, Canada, here is Blue Mule, right here.
Rain, 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 I can feel the clouds of heartache moving in. Rain, 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 you got leaving on your mind again. Your love for me is like the changing weather, with just enough sun to keep me hanging on. And like a fool I'm hoping it'll get better, but clouds roll in and once more you are gone. Rain, 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 I can feel the clouds of heartache moving in. Rain, 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 you got leaving on your mind again. Rainbows that appear are just illusions that man has looked for since the days of old. And like the rainbow, your love's always moving, and I keep searching for that pot of gold. Rain, 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 I can feel the clouds of heartache moving in. Rain, 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 you got leaving on your mind again. Moving in. Rain, 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 you got leaving on your mind again. Rain, 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 you got leaving on your mind again.
Thank you. Well, folks, it's a real pleasure to be down here in Kentucky, and tell you, it's a real thrill for us to be here. We've just had a great week so far, enjoying ourselves and taking advantage of everything that's been going on. And
being taken advantage of, too, a couple of times.
We'd just like to, again, say thank you to each and every one of you for being here. We really appreciate it, and we're just going to have a good time, and hope you do, too. We got a song we'd like to do for you now. This is one that I wrote about a train that my grandfather built years ago, and this was a train that ran around a track in his backyard, and he was a wonderful man, and I wrote this song for him and for the memories, and hope you enjoy it. It's a song called Norman's Ride. Come take a trip with me, we'll ride a live steam locomotive that my grandpa built just after World War II. It's a New York Central Hudson running right outside his yard. We can ride it back to 1962. The train is leaving from the station, past the rusting water tank, up the grade towards the weeping willow tree. Oh, the whistle stoke go, building up a head of steam. New York Central 5200, just cramp on me. Saturdays we'd all go up to Pine Street in the car. There my grandpa's train was waiting in the yard. With my engineer's cap on my head, I'd run that train all day. Shout to have your tickets ready, all aboard. The train is leaving from the station, past the rusting water tank, up the grade toward the weeping willow tree. Oh, the whistle stoke go, building up a head of steam. New York Central 5200, just cramp on me. But now Grandpa's gone and the station's closed and the water tank's gone dry and the tracks have been torn up and they're hauled away. And his train's in a museum and once a year it's on display. How I wish he and I could ride his train this Saturday, as we'd be leaving from the station, past the shiny water tank, up the grade toward the weeping willow tree. Oh, the whistle stoke cold, building up a head of steam. New York Central 5200, just cramp on me. Oh, the whistle stoke cold, hear the driver start the roll. New York Central taking one last trip, just cramp on me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'd just like to take a moment to introduce to you the man that wrote that song. He's the leader of Blue Mule, and I suppose of the four of us up here on the stage right now, the cowboy spirit burns the brightest in his heart. He's a western through and through. He's if you saw the den we practiced in every week, you'd know what I mean. Well, he's got over there by the bathroom sink, he's got a matching set of cowboy boot candles sitting there, and got a pony saddle mounted in the corner on a sawhorse over there, and up on the wall there's a combination steer horn hat rack and pimping mirror, and there's Holstein throw cushions on cowboys and Indian sofa covers. It goes on and on and on. All of this beautifully lit by a long string of cactus and covered wagon patio lanterns. And Pete, your wife told me to tell you she's having a garage sale while you're down here, and she's hoping to have the basement refinished by the end of next week. He's our leader. Please make him welcome, Mr. Peter Deachman.
There's a lot of foolish questions, you hear them every day, and some of them foolish questions, well, it's really hard to say. Well, you take your girl a box of candy, we'll say right after tea. Well, she goes and grabs them from your hand and says, are these for me? Foolish questions, well, you answer when you can. Oh no, they're for your ma and pa or John, the hired hand. I wanted you to see them, now I'm gonna take them away. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you hear nearly every day. Well, early in the morning, there's someone around the place who sees you take that shaving brush and lather up your face. And when you give that razor a preliminary wave, that same fool's gonna come along and say, are you gonna shave? Foolish questions, well, your answer is I hope. No, I'm crazy about the shaving brush, and I love the taste of the soap. And I like to take the shaving brush, paint myself this way. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you hear nearly every day. you're walking down the street and you pass the time of day. Someone says, hey, where are you going? You're all dressed up today. Well, you say you're going to the funeral of poor old brother Ned. And as soon as you finish saying these words, they'll say, is Ned dead? Foolish questions. Well, I hope is your reply. No, he thought he'd have that funeral first. Later on, he'd die. Old Ned was so particular, he kind of wanted it that way. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you hear nearly every day. Well, now let's say the elevator boy forgets to close the door, and you should take just a little fall, we'll say 27 floors. And when you hit the bottom and you're lying in the dirt, that same fool's gonna come along and say, are you hurt? Foolish questions. Well, your dying words are known. I was in a great big hurry, this here elevator was just a little slow. Well, I thought I'd save a little time by coming down his way. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you hear them nearly every day.
Something takes my thoughts away. It's almost always safe to say that you again. You always leave me wanting more, so my heart keeps listening for that certain little knock upon my door. And you again. Oh, you're with me all the time, in my heart and on my mind, in everything I do. When love comes shining through, oh, I know it's you again. I'm happy with the kind of life I lead. I'm pretty good at taking care of me. There's really only one thing that I need, and it's you again. Oh, you're with me all the time, in my heart and on my mind, in everything I do. When love comes shining through, oh, I know it's you again. In the middle of my night, even when I turn out all the lights, there's always one still burning bright, and it's you again. Oh, you're with me all the time, in my heart and in my mind, in everything I do. When love comes shining through, oh, I know it's you again. It's you again. I know it's you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, folks, we'd like to tell you about a new product that our mandolin player has come up with, and we think it's going to be a real hit. Folks, this is the Blue Mule bald-headed wig. You know, you wouldn't know our mandolin player has a full head of hair hiding under that wig he's got on. And folks, he's got one right there now. It's waterproof, leak-proof, and keeps away flies. Sammy Sheeler wears one. You'd never know it. So folks, would you please put your hands together and welcome our mandolin player, Mr. Geoff Somers. Folks, I'd just like to say right now that not only is he the president of the company, but he's a client, and no animals were hurt during the manufacture of these wigs.
Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the near destination, the more you slip sliding away. I knew a man, he came from my hometown. He wore his passion for his woman like a thorny crown. Said, Dolores, I live in fear. My love for you so overpowering, I'm afraid that I will disappear. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. Now the near destination, the more you slip sliding away. To explain, he kissed his boy as he lay sleeping, then he turned around and headed home again. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. Now the near destination, the more you slip sliding away. God only knows, God makes his plan. The information's unavailable to the mortal man. We work our jobs, collect our pay, leave her gliding down the highway when in fact we're slip sliding away. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the near destination, the more you slip sliding away. Slip slide on her.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, how many of you have been up to our fair country? By a show of hands, can I see how many of you come up to visit us before? Well, for those of you that haven't, or for those of you that aren't sure what part of the continent we share with you, we've brought down with us a dozen or so scratch and sniff maps of Canada. And these are available for purchase, and they'll not only let you know where we come from, but they'll also let you know what it smells like there. And if you were to scratch the hometown of our bass player, Mr. Garret Doyle, you'd smell steel mills. Steel mills and steel mills and more steel mills, and for that reason we suggest you leave that one alone entirely. And just, he's Steel City born and bred. He's a very talented banjo player, a great songwriter, Mr. Garret Doyle. This is a song that he wrote about his hometown and what the recession has done to steel cities like his all across America. It's called Steel City Lonesome.
The mountains of steel ain't what they used to be. and the stockpiles rust a little more each day. And so the layoffs came as no surprise in Steel Town. It's just become a way of life, it happens this old way. And so I headed for the West Coast in the driving rain. Sitting idle's never been my way. I found a place to ply my trade out on the dockyards. I guess I should be happy, but I don't feel that way today. I woke up Steel City lonesome this morning. I didn't think I'd be out here so long. And here's to hoping things get better back in Steel Town, so I can get back home where I belong. So I'll go out on the town again this evening, trying to forget you for a while. But tonight when I lay down and I start dreaming, my thoughts will be of you across the miles. I woke up Steel City lonesome this morning. I didn't think I'd be out here so long. Here's to hoping things get better back in Steel Town, so I can get back home where I belong. So I can get back home where I belong.
Say goodbye, Stevie.
Thank you.
Nice job, Garret. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you. Well, it's time to introduce the banjo player, a job that nobody looks forward to doing. It's not the man, it's the instrument. It's not our fault, we have to have it. It's like making the best of a bad situation. But he's a great guy and he's a lot of fun, and he's a heck of a banjo player, I'll tell you what. And we sure enjoy having him in the band. And please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Jordy Sharp on the banjo.
Yeah, Jordy. Can we say goodbye?
We got time for one more song, and then we're going to skedaddle out of here. Thank you all for sticking around. We've had a great time here. We'll be here all week long. There's buttons and stickers, and there's all kinds of goodies around. So you just keep looking for us. We'll be around. Again, thank you very much. From all of us in Blue Mule to all of you. Again, as they say in Canada, bye now. I know you're leaving, it's too long overdue. For far too long I've had nothing new to show to you. Goodbye dry eyes and watch your plane fade off west of the moon. And it felt so strange to walk away alone, but I've no regrets, no tears goodbye. I don't want you back, we'd only cry again. Say goodbye again. My friends tried to take my nights and turn them into days. Strange faces in your place can't keep the ghosts away. Now just beyond the darkest hour and just before the dawn, it feels so strange to live my life alone. With no regrets, no tears goodbye. I don't want you back, we'd only cry again.
Say goodbye again.
No regrets, no tears behind. I don't want you back. We'd only cry again. Say goodbye again. Thank you.
Blue Mule. That's Blue Mule.